Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend.
At the start of the second day now, I'm standing with Gerry. Gerry, in the semi-finals, you were well up there. You were actually ahead of Dennis. Dennis is now fourth on the list, just outside the prize-winning thing. You are stone last in your class. What went wrong?
Thanks a lot for that, Gary. Oh, you won? No, look, it's only the second day. By the end of tonight, I'll probably have broken a couple of kneecaps. So then, part of the strategy that's going to start kicking in. But there's a nighttime event coming up. So hopefully the old Maglite will do his thing, get that advantage.
Tonight, we're having for the first time ever a night stage. We haven't had it in the semis. We haven't had it anywhere else before. You looking forward to a night stage? Are you going to take it on?
Night stages, I used to race adventure racing as well, and that's my favorite. I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm sure we're going to have a lot of fun out there. I just hope they don't choose the highest dune out there tonight.
Arno from East Rand Quaddenbach. Everybody's having a fantastic time. We're all doing well so far yesterday. At the start of the second day. How was your day yesterday?
Terrific. Wasn't a good day at all. Misjudged the dunes. They're much longer and further than the dunes in Lambert's Bay. So weight's playing a big role at the moment. I didn't think it's going to be such a big role to be played at the moment, but we're battling. So our big guys have to make a different plan today.
But you knew you were going to be in soft sand. You knew weight was going to be a problem out here. You couldn't have gone on diet before you came out this way.
Okay, well, that's well said. Okay, all right, 100%. Yeah, but I think you have to lose about 10, 20 kgs, and that's going to be too difficult to do it in a month's time. So, yeah, well, we'll see what's going to happen today. It's going to be interesting.
Okay, Charles, you basically Camp Sergeant Major here. You're running the whole thing. You do the logistics. You make sure lights, water, food, everything works there. Tell us about the size of this operation and what it takes to put a stunt like this together.
Okay, basically we bring up about 8 tons of equipment from Cape Town, which includes 11 National Unit fridges, 65 Campmore chairs, 42 Campmore tents, and yeah, it's quite an operation to put together. At the moment, things are going very well. We seem to have a problem with electricity, but it seems to be sorted out. Water-wise, things are going well, and the competition overall is going very well.
Day 2 started early with a quick check of all the quads by the Polaris mechanic. Then it was off out into the dunes again for another day's hard riding. Every day the riding order of the groups gets reversed. That is, the guys who started last yesterday start first today. This is done to try and make it fair and even for everybody. Being the first rider out on the dunes for the day is a lot easier, as there are no ruts or tracks that have formed already that you have to worry about.
Polaris African Star Challenge, Day 2. Behind me, the ladies are busy on a figure 8. Quite interesting. And sun is shining, not as cold as yesterday. We're really enjoying it in the dunes.
On the second day, you could see that the stand was still quite hard. There weren't that many deep ruts forming, and the guys were not having too much of a problem on the side faces of the dunes. Ansel was riding really hard trying to maintain her first position for the second day. But Mariska was hard on her case trying to stay in touch with her.
the second challenge of the day, called What's Hierdie Move. The reason for that is you can only see the first about 100 meters of this section. Then you have to turn sharp right, and then it's a long way to the end. Down a slip face, and you've got a few slaloms to do.
Second test of the day, and there were some big hill climbs involved in this. This was where the light weight of the girls and the youngsters played a much more important part.
Sand is baie droog. Ons vet ouetjies maak 'n bietjie meer progress. Ek hoop net die tye weerspieël dit. En is baie tyd vandag. Sarah het gesê ons gaan vandag begin met die regte challenge.
Yesterday I came first in my class, and today I made some trouble in the first obstacle, but today the wind's blowing, the sand's closing the tracks fast, and the corners are tight, and the girls, they're pumped up and all ready to go, so it's tough. But we're having fun and we're enjoying the day.
With the wind picking up, the sand was starting to dry out as we started moving on to the last two heats for the day.
What an interesting section, this one, a reverse. All the way with the back wheels, around about 7 white poles, through a gate, select forward, then all the way forward till the end, where we have to reverse again through the finish line.
After the tricky slow reversing section, there was a fast open section where a lot of the guys were getting it up on 2 wheels. The reversing test was quite interesting. It's really tricky to maneuver a quad while you're wearing a crash helmet, and of course you always wear your crash helmets no matter where you ride your quad. Pierre de Klerk, last year's winner in the 27 to 40-year-old class, actually makes the whole thing look quite easy here. Alvaro Jordan, the class leader here, might have some really bad choice in clothing, but he is showing that he has got what it takes to stay in front. After an eventful day in the dunes, the whole convoy headed back to the camp for a supper break. Anticipation was building for the first ever night stage that was going to be held in a quadding event. This was going to be something really different.
We've had a very successful day, 3 tests this afternoon. It was a bit more tight than yesterday. And we're just waiting for the second group to come back, and then we're going to do the night test, which is something new and this type of thing for us. For me as well, I haven't driven it. I'm going to go and ride it before they do. So maybe it's even more hairy than I thought. But everybody's sort of a bit anxious about it, and including myself, so we'll see what happens tonight.
Standing at the start, the poles on the night stage were totally invisible, and you had to get the headlights of the quad to shine on them to be able to see the fluorescent tape in the darkness. By sheer luck, I was the first man away on the night stage. I figured one thing quite carefully. As a night stage, Sorrel couldn't make it too dangerous or too scary. So I decided to just give it full throttle all the way and hope for the best. From a spectator's point of view, the night stage was really thrilling. Just seeing the headlights going around in the dark and disappearing over dunes and popping back out again was really different and great fun for the riders.
Baie bang, want ek gaan net kan sien waar die ligte wys.
Dus voor dit was ek bietjie bang af hom. Ja, die aanding is maar 'n nuwe ding, maar dit was baie lekker. En ja, baie geniet.
I unfortunately was the unlucky person that had to go first on this one. I was the track marker. I went out there, and apparently I set the fastest time of it all. The rest of the times that come in, I was about 4 seconds quicker than anyone. But being the track marker, I didn't quite know where to go, and I managed to touch the finish line pole, which means obviously a 20-second penalty.
The beauty of the convoy travelling back through the night in the desert was just too good for words. At the end of day 2 in the youngsters group, Bedar van Reenen was now leading, David Peters was second, and Johan Kruger was right behind him in third. Group 2 had Vincent Loopse in the lead now. Alwyn Jordan was very close behind him, and Karel Swart was bringing up third. In the ladies group, Anzal van Wyk was still in the lead, and Marijke Barnard was now in second, and Elisma Landbrechts was up to third. And in the veterans class, Alan van den Berg was now in first, Kitty Kruger was in second place, and Wille Botha was 3 points behind him in third.
Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside.